Hello, sweeties. I have quite a few polishes from Garden Path Lacquers to share with you today. All polishes are releasing this Sunday at the Polish and Beauty Expo, but for those unable to attend this weekend's event, don't worry because all of these shades will also be available on her website at the end of July. Let's start with the PBE 2024 Limited Edition Trio. First up is A Garden Grows in Tinley Park. Described as a clear base filled with emerald green holographic microglitter, large particle aurora shimmer that shifts between red, pink, orange, gold, and green, as well as holographic microflakes. Shown here in 2 coats, dries with some texture so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. At first, the red and pink shift shows themselves, but the further away from the light I got, the gold and green shifts really start to pop out. Here it is in 1 coat over black. Next is Stray to Chicago. Described as a clear base filled with royal purple holographic microglitter, large particle aurora shimmer that shifts between green, gold, and blue, and holographic microflakes. Shown here in 2 coats, dries with some texture so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. You can see all the shifts under the lower lighting, but the greenish blue shift really steals the show. Shown here in 1 coat over black. And last from the trio, we have Path to PBE, described as a clear base filled with fuchsia holographic microglitter, large particle aurora shimmer that shifts between orange, bronze, gold, and green, and holographic microflakes. Shown here in 2 coats, dries with some texture so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The orange and gold really take over in the lower lighting, with bits of the green shift still poking through. Shown here in 1 coat over black. Next, I have the Dead Boy Detective collection. First is Something You Really Need to Hear, described as a sunshine yellow curly base that is filled with green to blue shifting aurora shimmer. Shown here in 3 coats. This one is sheer, but it does build up. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The green-blue shift aurora shimmer really shows themselves under the lower lighting, especially that blue shift. Shown here in 1 coat over black. Next is Answers Are Endless, described as a lightly tinted gray curly base that is accented by a delicate purple shifting aurora shimmer. Shown here in 3 coats. I probably could have gotten away with just 2 coats with my short nails, however I have really strong ridges, so I needed the 3rd coat to hide them a bit more. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. In the studio lighting, you can see the subtle purple aurora shimmer, but under the low lighting, that purple stands out a bit more and also shows some subtle pink and orangey peach shimmer. Shown here in 1 coat over black. Here is Excellent Reading Comprehension Skills, described as a vibrant grassy green curly base that suspends pink, orange, and gold shifting aurora shimmer. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The pink shimmer shows up under studio lighting, but under the lower lighting it becomes a darker pink, and the orange and gold shifts very much make themselves known. Shown here in 1 coat over black. Next is What Are We Even Doing? Described as a violet purple curly base that is accented with green to turquoise shifting aurora shimmer. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. This has a strong enough shift that you can very much see the green and turquoise aurora shimmer under the studio lighting, but it becomes much more prominent under the lower lighting. Shown here in 1 coat over black. This is Introducing Teeth Face, described as a royal blue curly base that suspends red, orange, and gold shifting aurora shimmer. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The reddish pink shimmer is very visible under the studio lighting, but it becomes even darker under the lower lighting, not to mention the orange and gold shimmer really comes to life as well. Shown here in 1 coat over black. And last we have Polaroids in a Graveyard, described as a mud brown curly base that's highlighted with blue shifting Aurora shimmer. Shown here in 3 coats, this one is sheer but builds up well. First shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The blue shimmer shows up under the studio lighting, but it becomes much darker at some angles, almost purple under the lower lighting. Shown here in 1 coat over black. My personal favorite from the limited edition PBE trio is Straight to Chicago. I think all 3 are fun, but as you know, I'm a purple polish lover, so I lean more towards that one over the other 2. And picking a favorite from the collection is super hard because I've really enjoyed all of them, but I guess I'll go with Introducing Teeth Face. I love the bright blurple base and all the different shifts of that one, and how it went from a purple to like a dark red shade when used as a topper over the black. Let me know your favorites in the comments below. Again, all of these shades released this Sunday at the Polish and Beauty Expo, but will also be available on the Garden Path Lacquers website July 17th through the 24th. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!